After having a clear idea about oxidation and reduction and solving multiple examples of oxidation number, now let's discuss the fourth and the most important method to define oxidation and reduction, and that is oxidation number method. Let's understand this with a suitable example. For example, when neutral sodium atom convert into its cation Na+, here the oxidation number of sodium is 0 and the oxidation number of Na+ is +1. According to the modern concept of oxidation and reduction, the loss of electron is known as oxidation. It means this process is the oxidation process. In this oxidation process, sodium changes its oxidation state from 0 to +1. So we can say that there is an increase in oxidation number. So whenever there is increase in oxidation number, the process is termed as oxidation process. If there is an increase in oxidation number, the process is termed as oxidation number. For example, when chlorine atom gains one extra electron to form unipositive chloride ion, here the gain of electron is known as reduction process. Here the gain of electron is known as reduction process, and the oxidation number of chlorine changes from 0 to -1. Because chlorine is present in its native state, its oxidation number equals to 0, and here chlorine having -1 charge, so its oxidation number equals to -1. Here we can say that oxidation number of chlorine has been decreased from 0 to -1, and this process is reduction. So whenever oxidation number decreases, the process will be the reduction process. Clear, students? So during the formation of NaCl, sodium convert from Na to Na+ with loss of electron. On the other hand, chlorine atom accept this electron to form Cl-. Na+ and Cl- being opposite in charge, they will attract each other and they will combine together to form NaCl. So during the formation of NaCl, there is oxidation process. Sodium is oxidized to sodium cation, and there is a reduction process as well. Chlorine atom has been reduced to chloride ion. So the formation of NaCl is an example of redox reaction. So now we can conclude that if there is an increase in oxidation number, process will be oxidation, and if there is decrease in oxidation number, process will be reduction process. So students, next we are discussing balancing of redox reaction. The balancing of redox reaction can be performed in two different medium. The first one is known as acidic medium, and the second one is basic medium or the alkaline medium. We will discuss both of them separately. First, let's discuss balancing of redox reaction in acidic medium. So let's understand this with a suitable example. Here we have given an equation and we need to balance this equation in acidic medium. So students, this is the compound is K2Cr2O7. This is H2C2O4 this is Cr plus 3 and CO2 molecule. Here we can see that H2C2O4 is an example of acid. This is the oxalic acid. So we are going to balance this equation in acidic medium. So in the first step, we will calculate the oxidation number of each element present in the equation. In Cr2O7 minus 2, there are 2 chromium atoms. So we need to calculate the oxidation number of chromium atom. We will take 2x plus oxygen having usually minus 2 oxidation state multiply by 7 equals to minus 2. We will get 2x minus 14 equals to minus 2. Hence x equals to plus 6. In case of C2O4 minus 2 or H2C2O4, we need to calculate the oxidation number of carbon. Let's take 2x plus oxidation number of oxygen is usually minus 2 multiply by 4 equals to minus 2. Hence we will get 2x minus 8 equals to minus 2. X will be plus 3. Here chromium is present in plus 3 oxidation state and oxidation number of carbon in carbon dioxide will be plus 4. X plus minus 2 into 2 equals to 0. Hence x equals to plus 4. We have calculated the oxidation number of each atom present in this reaction. Now let's differentiate oxidation and reduction process. In oxidation process, there will be increase in oxidation number, and in reduction process, there will be decrease in reduction process. Let's differentiate them. As we can see that chromium is present at plus 6 oxidation state, and at the product side, chromium is present at plus 3 oxidation state. So there is a decrease in oxidation number. So there is a decrease in oxidation number. So this process is the reduction process, and carbon atom in oxalic acid is present at plus 3 oxidation state, and it convert into CO2 having plus 4 oxidation state. So there is an increase in oxidation number. So this process is the oxidation process. After differentiating oxidation and reduction process, let's write down them separately. Individual redox reactions are known as half reaction. So this reaction is the oxidation half reaction, because in this process oxidation is taking place, and this reaction is known as reduction half reaction, because in this reaction chromium is getting reduced from plus 6 state to plus 3 state. Now we will start balancing these two half reaction, and at the later stage we will add these both reaction to get the final redox reaction. So as you can see, we have write down two different half reactions here separately. We will balance them using some predefined rule. We will write down here all the rules for balancing of half reactions are same. We will write down all the steps or all the rules which we are going to follow. So now let's start balancing. First, let's balance the oxidation half reaction. Students, it's all up to you. You can balance any of the reaction depending upon your choice. You can balance reduction half reaction first, or you can balance oxidation half reaction first. As I have said earlier, the rules are same for both of the half reaction. So the first rule is that we will balance number of atoms other than oxygen and hydrogen. So in this reaction, there are 2 carbon atoms at the reactant site, and there is only 1 carbon atom present at product site. So first we will balance number of carbon atoms. So we will multiply this equation by 2. Now the number of carbon atoms has been balanced. Balancing oxygen and hydrogen, we will first balance number of oxygen atoms. So as you can see that there are 4 oxygen atoms at the reactant site, and there are 4 oxygen atoms at product side. So the oxygen atoms are already balanced. Now let's balance individual charge of this reaction. As we can see, there is -2 charge present at the reactant side and the product side is completely neutral. So we will add 2 electrons at the product side. So finally the product side having total of -2 charge and reactant side is also having a total of -2 charge. So this reaction is now completely balanced in terms of atoms, in terms of oxygen, in terms of hydrogen and in terms of total charge. In the same way, we will balance reduction half reaction. First, we will balance number of atoms other than oxygen and hydrogen. So we can see that there are 2 chromium atoms present at reactant side and there is only 1 chromium atom present at product side. So we will multiply product by 2. So number of chromium atoms are now equal on both the side. As you can see, there are total 7 oxygen atoms at the reactant side. So for the balancing of oxygen, we will add equal number of water molecule to the product side. Because at the reactant side there are total 7 oxygen molecule, we will add 7 water molecule at the product side. Now this reaction is balanced in terms of oxygen atoms. Now let's balance hydrogen. At the reactant side there is no hydrogen atom, but at product side there are total 14 hydrogen atoms. For balancing hydrogen, we will add equal number of H plus ions. We will add equal number of H plus ions, 14 H plus. Now let's balance charge of this reaction. As you can see, at the reactant side there is -2 charge and +14. So there is overall +12 charge present at the reactant side. On the product side there is only +6 charge present. So to charge balance, we will add 6 electrons to the reactant side. This will neutralize this +12 charge. We will add 6 electron. So finally the overall charge will be +6. So the positive charge at the reactant side is equal to the positive charge present at product side. Now these two half reactions are balanced individually. Let's cross verify them. The number of carbon atom present at reactant side is 2. The number of carbon atom present at product side is 2. The number of oxygen atom present at reactant side is 4. The number of oxygen atom present at product side equals to 4. 2:4. The total charge at reactant side is -2 and total charge present at reactant side is -2. So this oxidation half reaction is completely balanced. Let's move to reduction half reaction. The number of chromium atom present at reactant side is 2. The number of chromium atom present at product side is 2. Number of oxygen atom at reactant side is 7. Number of oxygen atom at product side 7H2 gives 7 oxygen atom. Number of hydrogen atom present at reactant side is 14. 7 H2O molecule will give 14 hydrogen atom. So this reaction is balanced in terms of all the atoms. We have balanced charge already. So total charge present at reactant side is +6 and total charge present at product side is +6. So these two reactions are balanced in all the terms. We have balanced half reactions. Now we need to get final redox reaction. So we will merge these two reactions to get the final redox. So now we will add these both half reactions. The only thing that you need to take care is that while adding these two reactions, the reaction should be added in such a way that the total number of electron should get cancelled out. So this is our oxidation half reaction and this is our reduction half reaction. As you can see, there are 2 electrons present at product side in oxidation half reaction and there are 6 electrons present at reactant side of the reduction half reaction. So there is 6 electron, there are 2 electron. So what we will do, that we will multiply the whole equation with 3. So finally we will get 6 electrons. There are 6 electron at reactant and 6 electron at the product. So these electrons are common on both the sides, so they will get cancelled out. Let's write down the final equation. By multiplying the equation to 3, we will get 3 of C2O4 minus 2 plus Cr2O7 minus 2 plus 6 electron plus 14 H plus. This is the reactant part of complete redox reaction. This will give us 6 CO2 plus 6 of electrons plus 2 of Cr plus 3 and 7 of H2O molecule. This is our final redox reaction. Let's cancel out all the common terms which is present at both reactant and product side. So here the 6 electrons are present at reactant and 6 electrons are present at product side. So the remaining equation is this is our final balanced reaction. Here the presence of 14 H plus ions defines that the reaction has been balanced in acidic medium. Before final submission, if you want, you can cross verify by calculating all the number of atoms at reactant site and the number of atoms present at product site should be equal and total charge should also be equal.